everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Jeffy and Chihuahua. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make some bath bombs with these really cool little popping crystals in them. Before we get into today's project, I just want to let you guys know that you can find these bath bombs as well as a bunch of other fun products made by myself on my website, jeffyandchihuahua.com. I will put a link to my shop in the description down below, as well as the exact recipe that we are working on today, so it's a little easier to follow if you'd like to do this project yourself. So our first step is going to be mixing together our baking soda and citric acid. So this right here is 8 ounces of our baking soda. And here I have 4 ounces of our citric acid. Next, we're just going to give this a really good stir and make sure our 2 items are very well incorporated. And if you want to get all those big bumps out, you can always use a sifter, but I personally just like to break them up as I'm going. Next, I'm going to add our cocoa butter popping crystals, and I bought these at brambleberry.com. They have a lot of really good soap supplies. And I'm just going to dump this whole 1 ounce bag into our mixture and continue stirring. We're just about ready for our oil, and I'm going to go with the scent of Coastal Rain for this one. We're also going to be adding a little bit of this Polysorbate 80. Alright, so we're going to be adding a 1/4 ounce of fragrance oil, and we're going to want to add this in really slowly and just stir as we go. Next, we're going to want to add in about 0.15 ounces of our Polysorbate. I'm going to go ahead and switch to a glove and just keep giving this a really good stir. Now you're supposed to get it a little bit sticky together at this point. It's supposed to be kind of like moist stand. And if it's not coming together, you're just going to spritz it with a little bit of witch's hazel, a little bit at a time, and keep mixing until it all starts to come together and is clumping in the hands. Alright, this is looking pretty perfect to me. When I squeeze it in my hand, it makes a ball, and if I really want, I can break that ball, but for the most part, we have a really good consistency here. So I'm going to go ahead and grab 2 more bowls, and then we're going to split this up into 3 so we can add different colors. Alright, now I'm just eyeballing this, but I'm going to try and transfer about 1/3 to each of these bowls. So that looks like a good split up to me. And next we're just going to add a little bit of mica powder to each of these. Because we used a scented rain, we're going with some blue colors for a theme, and we also have this pearly white mica, which I'll put in one of them. Just a regular blue mica. And then we also have this stormy blue mica. This one I am the most excited for. So I'm just going to pour a little bit into each of these, and then we'll give them a stir. So this is what our powder micas look like on top. I just love how sparkly they are. And there's the white. So I'm going to go ahead and start with our white and move my way towards the darker colors. That way they don't get mixed in. So that's our white, and I personally don't think that the mica changed the color of it that much, but I like adding white to white. Just looks nice to me. So next is our light blue, and this is the one I'm most excited to see. Alright, so that turned out more like a bluish gray. I'm not super in love with that color, but hopefully our deep dark blue really sets these off. There's our final color. At this point, I consider our colors to be completely done. They look really good to me. And we are ready to set up our little clamshells. Now, when you're doing bath bombs, you of course can use a bath bomb mold, but I personally prefer these little clamshells. I like them because they are ready to go, ready to sell, and you just put your label on and you're completely done. I have this really pretty blue eco glitter, and we're just going to pour a little bit in the bottom of our clamshells. Next, I'm going to give each of these little clamshells a shake to kind of get that glitter all over the outside edge, and maybe a couple taps on the table until it looks kind of galaxy-like. Alright, next we need to combine our colors. Now here we have a couple options. We could mix it together, but I think I'm just going to try and grab out one side and see if I can get them to kind of hold their color. Just move it to a bomb and press. Alright, so that is our little clamshells filled, and now I just need to press these in as much as I can. And once we get them flat, we can clean them up a little bit. So these are completely done. They're very flat and very sparkly. We just need to let these dry for an additional 24 hours before we put the lids on the back and label them for sale. This is what our package looks like on the front, and I would say it's a really cool design for a water-themed project. And this light, watery scent is really, really delicious. I think this would be very relaxing for a nice, bubbly bath. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I really hope you enjoyed this project, and I hope you're interested in seeing more because these are a lot of fun to do. And there's a lot of different variations that you can make with these types of things, also with full bath bombs using a bath bomb mold. So we will definitely get into some other techniques here on this channel in the future. Hopefully I'll see you again soon. Bye.